Okay, now our attention turns to Hollywood, where I'm going to wrap up the Oscars without using any clips from the Oscars. It was a very different ceremony held in Los Angeles' Union Station this year for some reason. Everyone was presumably vaccinated and sitting maskless at cocktail tables, but without any cocktails. There were no alcoholic beverages being served during the ceremony, which is presumably the reason most of the Aussie nominees decided to stay home and appear via satellite from Sydney. No booze, I'm staying home. Stuff you. And yes, it was held at one of LA's main train stations. Maybe they were hoping for a cameo this year from the Subway Pizza Rat. I think for a lot of the Hollywood types attending, it was the first time they'd set foot in a train station, probably since the 1970s. They were like, wow, do all the train stations have a red carpet and waiters serving champagne in the lobby? I need to get public transit more. Meanwhile, there's probably some acoustic guitar busker out there who's just updated their LinkedIn bio to say I performed at the same venue as where the 93rd Oscars were held. As I said, it was a very different Oscars this year, and trying to pitch to the TikTok generation, every speech went for about 10 TikToks, or 10 minutes. It was definitely a year for diversity, and nothing says diversity like handing out the climactic final award of the night to an 83-year-old white man. Anthony Hopkins, who was at home asleep when the award was handed out, released a video the next day saying, hey, I didn't think I was going to win.
At 83 years of age, I did not expect to get this award. I really didn't. I really did not expect this.
Yes, Anthony Hopkins at the time was at home asleep in Wales, just like many of the viewers at home were by this stage if you look at the ratings. You know who else didn't expect Anthony Hopkins to win? The entire Academy, who put the Best Actor award last in the expectation that Chadwick Boseman would win posthumously and send everyone home on an emotional climax, which makes Hopkins, I'm sure, not the first 83-year-old to have an anti-climax in bed. Yeah, and it wasn't just Anthony Hopkins who didn't want to be there. Frances McDormand really looked like she didn't want to be there when she won Best Actress, but hey, at least she turned up. And speaking of Nomadland, it's Chinese-born director Chloé Zhao won for Best Picture and Best Director, though her win has been scrubbed from the internet in China over her previous criticism of the Communist Party regime. Now, if you look up the Oscar results on Chinese social media, it says that the winner is in fact Xi Jinping for his book The Governance of China, which overlooks the fact that books don't win Oscars, last I checked. The favourite part for me as an editor was watching Harrison Ford read the original executive producer notes from the movie Blade Runner, in which the executive producers didn't get anything and hated the movie. I always joke that I wish I could see the producer's notes from The Sound of Music, because they'd probably say drop all the songs, drop all the Nazis, and edit around the kids. So, in conclusion, next time you want to hear a bunch of painfully earnest, overly long, and annoyingly sincere log cabin stories at a train station, just take some acid and ask the ticket collector what he regrets in his life and buckle yourself in. In the end, it seems, nobody watches movies anymore, so therefore, nobody watches the Oscars anymore. Maybe next year they can hopefully downsize to a bus shelter.
News Fighters, Australia's funniest news summary podcast.